Welcome back to the Visible Entrepreneur podcast. We are continuing our interview series with 5 of my favorite entrepreneurs. And today I decided to ask them about how often are you employing a visibility strategy? And the answer is pretty universal, but what I'm really interested in you hearing is why and how they're automating this process and this workflow so that they can continue to run their 6 and 7 figure businesses and not spend all their time on visibility. And I know that's a big goal for all of us. So let's tune in.
Every day. You got to put yourself out there, right? So the answer to that question is super simple. Every single day.
How much time, like how many hours a day do you think you're dedicating to it?
I mean, I think the real thing that you want to be working on, right, is making it happen when you're not even there. Like building content like on YouTube that people are just going to be able to find, and that's making you visible, or you're running ads and that's making you visible, or you have some kind of distribution strategy that carries on past the hours that you're actually working on it. So in the beginning, when you first start, your business and stuff like that might not be that way, but you end up building up this momentum and this content strategy and this visibility kind of momentum that I think, I don't have to be there as much for those things to actually happen. I have articles about me, I have videos about me, I have interviews about me. People can find that stuff. It's just out there, right? And it's all circulating.
Beautiful. Jen?
Yeah, 100% agree with Ross. It's an everyday effort in your business, but it doesn't have to be full on every day. And the content that you create can be repurposed everywhere. And I think it helps to figure out what content is easiest for you to create or what you already have in your arsenal, and then find ways to repurpose it on other channels. And you don't have to do all the things and all the platforms. Just choose the ones that feel natural and organic to you. For me, it is Facebook Live, because I can take a topic and have 3 bullet points and run with it and have a really kind of tight, cohesive, lesson that then my team can pull from and create social media content from, and we have a workflow for that. And then also we're finding with the coaching calls inside the program, if there are certain things that come up and it becomes a bigger discussion topic, and we see that a lot of people are feeling that same issue in their business and that content's resonating with them, we start to say, oh, that's great content for sharing, across social for more visibility. And then it resonates with your audience. So for us, it starts with choosing the platform that feels easiest. So it's not daunting. It doesn't hang over my head like, oh my God, I have to write a blog post. I don't like writing blog posts. I'm never going to write a blog post, but I can do it alive. And then we have a workflow to then optimize and leverage that content across platforms. So I'm completely taken out of the equation, and it just sort of happens in the background.
Beautiful. Emily?
Yeah, I'll kind of go off of that because we do something really similar where I just batch podcasts. That's like our main visibility strategy right now. And then my team takes that and turns it into social posts and puts it on our website and uses it for, even Insta stories, like all the content. So I'm not working on visibility every day, but it could look like that because we constantly have, posts going out or podcasts being released. So I think batching is everything with that. So I batch like monthly podcast, couple times a month episodes, and then my team like having that workflow so it can be really strategically repurposed, and you're not feeling like you have to actually create the podcast and the video and the blog post and all the things, but you can actually just create one thing and turn it into a lot. So that's also what we do, and it's super effective.
I love it. Anyone else? All right, let us move on to, Michael, go.
Okay, so visibility, I love all of this. I love the workflows that everybody has here. But yeah, the answer is every day for sure. And taking from what Jill had mentioned prior is like absolutely be intentional with that content. If you know your audience and they like to be playful, something that could be intentional for your business is talking about, something funny that happened, or, the fact that like my girlfriend literally just brought me a little Chobani yogurt secretly on the side here, because we're here in Chicago for the weekend, and like it's really cool, but like how am I gonna like actually secretly eat this on the podcast? You know what I mean? Like they might really enjoy that kind of stuff. And so being intentional, but Ross, everybody, like, yes, every day, just bring it every single day. That's what your audience really deserves. And if you're in a service, or you have a course, or you have coaching, mentorship, you're a speaker, whatever your title is, entrepreneur, you know, your people, they're hungry and they're waiting for you. And so why hold back? You know, that's the big question. So I post once a day on my personal profile, once a day in my group. I have a couple other platforms that I play on, and I just want to make sure I'm feeding my people. So I'm intentional with that, and motivated by that every single day.
What did you think? I thought it was really interesting to see how pretty much everyone across the board, it is a daily practice. And that's why I love doing what I'm doing. Visibility, it is key. You don't have to be everywhere, but you do need to be somewhere consistently. I actually just got off of a call with my lounge students where we spent a couple of hours taking the idea of getting a blog done, a podcast done, a video done, and actually getting it on the calendar, writing the newsletters, the social media posts, getting that workflow that Emily and Jen talked about down on paper. It's incredibly key. If you're feeling a little jarbled in the brain, you're not sure where to start, I definitely recommend starting with my 90-day visibility masterclass. You can find that at visibilityvixen.com/90 days. This will help you get your goals on paper, start the planning process. It's not going to be too overwhelming. So again, you can find that link at visibilityvixen.com/90 days. We are halfway through our interview series, so let's tune into the next episode to see what I've got to ask my entrepreneurs next.